saying like, you know, he had a little okay sparring match, you know, roughed me up. It actually taught me a lot. You know?
2 years ago, really likes to brag about winning that. Do you think, no matter who won or got the better of or whatever, it's still sparring and it was years ago? Do you think any of that is relevant to what we'll see when they get in there?
I don't think it's relevant, but then again, you never know.
A leaked sparring video shows Romero dominating Ryan Garcia, reportedly knocking him down and roughing him up. Romero claims he had his way in the session, while Garcia
Ryan
admits it was a
Garcia's
tough
jab at his promoter
but says
Oscar
it
De La
helped him
Hoya
improve.
stole the
He
spotlight
acknowledges
during the recent
video. Let's be honest.
Right.
And I don't know if you were 16, 17.
Yeah, 17.
17, right?
Buck 30,
so
buck 25.
He used the hell out of that video.
He did. He roughed me up.
Was that not wise? It was very wise.
No, that's why I give him credit.
Has he ever thanked you?
Yeah, he didn't give me the thank you, but he said, you know, if you fuck the finest bitch, you're gonna tell everybody you fucked up. I'm like, bro, you crazy. But at the end of the day, you know, he used it to his advantage. Not mad at him, but you know, I always wanted to put a stake into it and say like, you know, he had a little okay sparring match, you know, roughed me up. It actually taught me a lot, you know, because I was sparking everybody out everywhere I went.
In sparring.
Everybody, and that in the Mayweather gym. That's why it was even hyped that day for it. So it taught me a lot on what people are gonna try to do to me in the ring.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I see what they're gonna try to do.
It made you better.
Made me better.
That Romero's pressure and power forced him to adapt, making him a better fighter. The footage has sparked debate among fans about Garcia's toughness and Romero's skills.
Can Rolly put out the upset? I don't want to say that's crazy, but yeah, hopefully for the sake of Rolly, he pull it off. But it's gonna be a good fight. No, you think? Huh?
Someone's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody get knocked out.
Was it Ryan or was it Rolly? Because they both.
I ain't gonna lie, Rolly hit hard. People be sleeping on Rolly because he been obviously. I don't know how to say it. Obviously. But yeah, if he don't got no chin down, so Rolly be getting caught. But Rolly can hit, bro. Like he can hit. And he's the only person I felt like when he swung, it felt like bricks was on his hood.
Is that the hardest one? Is that the hardest one you faced throughout your whole career? Is that the hardest one?
Who else I sparred that was like that was Danny Garcia. I sparred Danny Garcia, and that guy, he get hit. Danny, what? He Puerto Rican, huh?
Yeah, he's
Everything. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't touch me. He didn't touch me with nothing clean. But when he did touch me, he like hit me all across the ring, like boom, boom. Like, dang.
You seen that Ryan's not back by Eddie Reynoso, obviously Team Canelo. You think that's gonna up the knot? Why do you think that's gonna be good for him?
Because he's around someone.
Trainers.
Right. He's around someone that's great like Canelo, so he could be able to feed off of him. Anytime you put someone like around like other great people, it always rub off. You know what I mean? So I think that him being back with Team Canelo is going to be great for Ryan.
Gervonta Davis has openly acknowledged Rolly Romero's exceptional punching, power stating that Romero is the hardest hitter he has faced in the ring. Davis mentioned that when Romero landed punches, it felt like being hit with a brick.
Rolly, they sparred and Rolly bullied him. Rolly bullied him to the point Ryan was leaking. Go watch that sparring video. His power is definitely legit. Both of them.
He ain't no scrub.
But
you think he gonna be walking Garcia down all fight?
He definitely gonna be trying to. I'm saying Rolly Romero gonna go in this fight trying to bully him.
Yeah.
He gonna try to come out fast because Ryan is not somebody you want to try to let get in the rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and he got a good reach. You ain't trying to
really
let him keep him at distance. So he definitely got to close that distance all fight.
But in that sparring video, Rolly got hit with that left hook like 10 times. And that was what Head did.
On that left hook on this highlight tape.
Oh,
Rolly. He didn't get dropped, but he got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Underscoring the significant impact of Romero's strikes, in addition to praising Romero,
Ryan Garcia got to redeem himself. He on that PED. He on the what you think? Who gonna win? Rolly, Ryan Garcia? What's going on?
Well, when you look at these fighters' history, Rolly and Ryan, they have a big history. They actually sparred before. You can go watch their fight on YouTube.
They say he cloud chasing.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm gonna be honest, man. When I watched the spar, you know, Rolly was beating him, man. Ryan didn't have no answer for Rolly. If Ryan don't be aggressive on Rolly, I feel like Rolly just gonna, you know, take the fight to him. And
check this out. We got Ryan Garcia winning, man. Simple. Rolly gonna have to get that smoke.
Davis has expressed skepticism about Ryan Garcia's suitability for professional boxing. He publicly stated that Garcia shouldn't be a boxer, implying doubts about Garcia's dedication and skill set as the match between Romero and Garcia approaches.
The sparring between these two, obviously I've seen the sparring. My personal opinion is that I don't really read into it all that much. I think that if you drop a guy in sparring, if you knock a guy out in sparring, if you force him to quit in sparring, then you might always have a part of you that feels like mentally you've got the upper hand on that man, having got the better of him before. But this spar in particular feels completely different to me. The circumstances are just so different because you haven't really bettered that man before, have you, if you're Rolly Romero? Like, I've watched that spar, as most of you guys have, and was it a one-sided beatdown? I didn't really think so. I thought it was a spar where one man was coming to spar in Ryan Garcia and one man was coming to brawl. And remember, there is about a 3.5-year age gap between these two, so I believe at the time of the sparring that we've seen the footage of, Ryan Garcia is about 17, Romero's about 21. That's a big difference, you know. When it's between sort of 25 and 28, it isn't that big a difference, but yeah, 17 and 20 odd or 21, whatever it was, that's a big difference. That's a lot of man strength that Romero's going to have on his side. And for me, it looked like the cleaner work in the earlier rounds was coming from Ryan Garcia, and then I think in the later rounds, as you would expect, the older man got to him a little bit more. I find that of a lot of sparring partners, you know. I'll spar ABA champions and stuff like that, and they'll have quick starts against me where they're vastly more experienced than me, but in the later rounds I'll drag them a little bit deeper and I'll have more success. Those things can happen, and past Riyadh season cards have showed us, especially, you know, Daniel Dubois against Filip Hrgovic, that what happens in sparring doesn't always mean that much when it comes to what happens in...
A leaked sparring video has surfaced, showing Romero knocking down Garcia. Romero has been boasting about this, suggesting he can replicate the knockout in their official fight. While the video demonstrates Romero's power, it's important to note that sparring sessions differ from actual matches, and both fighters have likely evolved since then.
The thing with me and Ryan is, I done ended that beef long ago. Because I'll tell you guys all something. And while everyone over there bullying and slandering the mother, was the only one that defended him. Throughout all the fucking bullshit, who's the only one that defended him?
His mama.
No, me. The only fight I care about right now is Ryan Garcia. And then the winner between that and me and Ryan gets Gervonta Davis. We're going to do this all on pay-per-view, on Showtime pay-per-view. We're going to do this shit, all right? Like I said, at the end of it, I got the belt. I make the shot.
The history between Garcia and Romero adds another layer of intrigue to their upcoming bout. Past sparring sessions have reportedly been lopsided, with Romero asserting dominance over Garcia. This experience could play a psychological role in their fight, as Romero may enter the ring with confidence from their previous encounters, while Garcia might be motivated to overcome past shortcomings. The
Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero is going to be a big event. And sadly, it may destroy Devin Haney's and Lomachenko's, destroy their numbers. People love knockouts. And you know Rolly Romero versus King Ryan Garcia, that's going to be a knockout. And either way, if Rolly Romero were to knock out Ryan Garcia, that would be hysterical. Ryan Garcia, he knocks out Rolly Romero, he becomes like this superhero. Because the whole Tony Weeks, Barroso thing, okay, the press conference would be crazy. Don't forget, Rolly Romero versus Gervonta Tank Davis, before the Ryan Garcia fight, that was his biggest fight. He made for the biggest pay-per-view draw for Gervonta Tank Davis. He's going to do the same. But don't forget, Gervonta Tank Davis, him versus King Ryan Garcia, did make history. And both of them were in the ring that night. So people want to see how Ryan Garcia looks coming back.
significance of past sparring sessions between Garcia and Romero has been a topic of debate among boxing enthusiasts. Some argue that Romero's previous dominance could translate to the official fight, suggesting a psychological advantage others.
Do you think those accurately reflect the possibilities of who's going to win this fight?
That's possible. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Ryan is more proven. Ryan is, you know, I mean, most people feel that he's the better fighter, but I think Rolly has a great chance. I mean, he definitely has a puncher's chance. I mean, he can punch, and I'm leaning. I mean, I'm gonna be, and I'll probably be cheering for Rolly. I mean, because he's kind of like a home guy for me, you know. Because I mean, I don't know Ryan that well, but I've been watching him, and Ryan's you know, you don't know what Ryan is going to show up though.
Well, they famously sparred at Mayweather Gym a few years ago.
Yeah.
Really likes to brag about winning that. Do you think, no matter who won or got the better of or whatever, it's still sparring and it was years ago? Do you think any of that is relevant to what we'll see when they get in there?
I don't think it's relevant, but then again, you never know, because I mean Ryan and Devin Haney, I mean, you know, they fought each other, you know, 6 times as amateurs, but you know, and on fight night, I mean, you know, you saw that Ryan kind of like just took the play from Devin. He never could really get back on track.
Contend that sparring outcomes do not necessarily predict fight results, as fighters often hold back or experiment during training. Romero has stated that he ended his beef with Ryan Garcia long ago and is now solely focused on their upcoming fight. He is determined to win and is concentrating all his efforts on preparing for this bout.